It's taken me about 3/4 of an hour to make this video. Dillian Whyte knocked out in the 5th round against Alexander Povetkin. I mean, I want to say it came from nowhere, but then on hindsight, I haven't watched the fight back yet, but in the fight I was nervous as fuck. Like, I'm always nervous watching Dillian Whyte because I like him. I think he's one of the very minute true boxers who, like, you know, what he says is how it is. Isn't all like figurative when he backtracks on some things. Joshua could come out with some shit sometimes. I think Whyte says what he thinks. Anyway, I'm always nervous watching Dillian Whyte. And he's my favourite out of the top tier heavyweights. I mean, I'm not gonna ask questions. Is he now a top tier heavyweight? Because I'm not. I'm just purely gonna talk about the fight, and I'm gonna try and make this video quick. The first 4 rounds he boxed pretty good. And you could have him land the lead after 4. I mean, you could say 1, 3, 4 rounds. I wouldn't. There's no words. Yeah, he was winning comfortably. I mean, after 4, he had the 2 knockdowns, 10-7 round. 5th round, just gets caught. Well, I seen some worrying signs early on. It did feel like it came out of nowhere. And I'm not going to be the one to say, oh yeah, I thought Povetkin was going to KO him, because I didn't see it coming. I was, however, concerned that whenever Povetkin was coming in throwing combos, Whyte's feet was slow to move out the way. You could tell he wanted to move out the way, but his feet were slow. And like, he wanted to get out the way, but his feet weren't following him back. So sometimes Povetkin was coming in, throwing shots and catching him, you know, trying to move back, but he just couldn't. He doesn't have a foot speed. An 18-stone guy isn't going to be nimble on his feet, so it did sound, he had, but apart from that little flaw, because I thought he was pretty decent defensively, and I thought the first 4 rounds was the best he's ever technically boxed, arguably. I thought his jab was at times great. I mean, I say at times because sometimes it looked like he was forcing the jab. Like, I'm baffled for words, and I don't know how to I don't know how to say it, but oh, come out where he goes, I'm so shocked. Like, it's not a massive, the fact I'm saying I'm shocked, but it's not a massive upset. There's been big. Ruiz Joshua was the biggest upset. Tyson Douglas was a way. I'm not even trying to compare them. So my point is, this wasn't. I'm not going to say it wasn't an upset, but this was a shock. I mean, I don't want to say I was surprised with Whyte being given 1 to 4 odds. And Povetkin being 3-4 to 1 to win, but like, I didn't feel like there was no. I never thought there was a foregone conclusion, and I thought, will Whyte be affected without the crowd? And I don't know. I'm not gonna make excuses for him. If you want to, he can come out with excuses if he wants. I don't think he will. I think we'll see an interview from him in the next coming up days. Because I know Dillian. I don't know him personally, but after Anthony Joshua, he went hiding away. He came out and admitted his mistakes. he's always been prone to the uppercut. Dillian, I was going to say Dillian Joshua. Literally has no words and I'm fucking mumbling, but Anthony Joshua knocked him out the uppercut. Now we see him Povetkin. This is honestly speechless. I mean, when a shot landed, I think anyone who has any, and I wouldn't normally have this type of sympathy for someone, but he's been fucking conned by the WBC waiting 1,000 days. And I think I speak for most boxer fans when we would have much rather just seen him give a title shot and then potentially knocked out or lose that way. Lose versus a champion. But enough on that. I just want to give Povetkin credit. Coming back from... I heard you saying 2 big knockdowns. The first one weren't big. The second one was a big knockdown. But it weren't huge. Nothing compared to Whyte's. Give Povetkin credit, but let's be honest, guys. Povetkin looks slow in it tonight. Go and watch a prime Povetkin. And the hand speed was slow tonight for Povetkin, and we've seen him much quicker. Like, I agree that he's even digressed since the Hunter fight. I think that put some miles on the clock. But he landed a shot and in the head, and it's an old cliche, and this proves it tonight. That in a heavyweight division, one shot can change it. We've all talked about Dillian's punch resistance over years, but punch resistance doesn't even come into question. I just thought that was a clean shot, and that's it. Apparently there's a rematch clause, and I think that rematch would be a big fight now. I think a lot of people would call for it now, and we'll see, I think that the rematch with Dillian Whyte and Povetkin can easily be made. If Dillian Whyte sticks to what he's been saying in his career, he'll fight anyone. He'll fight Povetkin in a rematch. Personally, I don't want to see any smugness from AJ. I mean, AJ tried to be diplomatic on Sky, but he did come out with respect now. Now, shaking people's hands, etc. Doesn't matter if you shake anyone's hand, you still get knocked out, can't you? So, I don't know what shit he's talking, but I do understand where, as a fighter, he's lost before so he's got to see where. I think if I was an undefeated Anthony Joshua, he would have gone in on Whyte. Tyson Fury may go in on Whyte, and he's earned it in the ring to say shit. So I don't want to come out. There's things on my mind I want to say, but I don't want to say them. Like Tyson Fury has earned the right in the ring to say stuff, but he's been in the lows outside of boxing, so we just got to respect Whyte for fighting all comers. I think Povetkin, yes, he's old, yes, he got miles on the clock, yes, he's potentially half as good as he was in his prime, but I do think that you got to give him credit, and it is what it is. We'll see what happens in the future. In terms of Dillian Whyte, we're gonna see who the real fans of Dillian Whyte and etc. Wilder, another one. If he comes out and says stuff about Whyte, he's the last one to talk to me. Got battered by Fury. It's hard for me to stay diplomatic and objective. Words are gone about this. I'm going to try and wrap up now because I've been 10 minutes. I could go on an hour about this. So Dillian Whyte gets knocked out in 5 by Povetkin, rematch could happen. yeah, we see what happens. This is why I love the sport. I mean, it's unpredictable. It's unpredictable. You show true heart. I'd have heart to win in the question tonight because I was just a shot clean out, but credit was due. I got my prediction totally wrong. Briefly on about the end of the card, I thought Pursuit nicked it from Taylor. Not calling it. People I've already seen robbery. I thought Charlie and Cullen was more of a robbery than Pursuit Taylor. But I still don't think it was really a robbery. I'm close. I had a 7-3 to Charlie, but I'm not gonna call it a robbery. Congo, be clear for Congo looked good tonight. I thought Clay looked alright as well. Just Congo's too big, too strong. Barbich, I was impressed with Barbich and Winters. Taking them out quicker and Parker. I just think the Winters is one of those boxers that don't like pressure towards him. But I do think Barbich weighing at 205 pounds. I'd like to see him go down to cruiser. I think he's too small for any. I think you get so far on the levels and then they'll just be too big, too strong, and too precise for him. But yeah, I'm just shocked by Dillian Whyte loss. Really am. Not gonna say it wasn't coming from anywhere because, like I said, I was by no means predicting the Povetkin knocker, but on hindsight, every time Povetkin came in with combination, yes, he was slow, but Dillian's feet were slow to get out the pocket. I thought sometimes he's pushing his jab out instead of just throwing it out. I'm not saying he can flick his jab because you know. But we can all criticise, we can all do this. I'm not the one who is a professional heavyweight boxer. You know, I'm not here to criticise no one. I'm just making a minute a comment I noticed when watching the fight. Like I said, at the end of the day, I'm not the one who gets hit by 16, 17 stone men. You know, I'm not nice probably. Yeah. Post below what you thought of the fight. Does this mean that Joshua and Fury is easier to make? Yeah, I think they could make this now and they have a rematch. Don't know what WBC will do. I think it's a travesty for like I said, I would have much rather seen him lose in a title shot, but than get robbed of a title shot, because at least he can say he tried for a title. Because I think he should have the title shot after Parker. I mean, the governing bodies don't go on people's resumes, obviously, but you know, that's my personal opinion. Yeah, guys, comment below what you thought. And I'm just fucking shocked. See you guys.